I'm Paul Perkins with the check of your ag weather. After winds gusting between 35 and 45 this afternoon, even up to 60 over northern Nebraska. Winds diminish this evening along with the fire weather concerns. Highs tomorrow are once again seasonal and mostly in the mid-40s to the low 50s. Northwest Kansas a little warmer tomorrow with highs in the mid-50s. A ridge of high pressure and a warm front moving east onto the plains. Warmer highs mostly into the upper 40s to the mid-50s for Friday through the weekend. Southwest Nebraska and northwest Kansas a little bit warmer for Friday through the weekend with highs in the mid-50s to the low 60s. A cold front and low pressure usher in cooler and slightly more active weather the early to middle parts of next week. Highs drop into the upper 30s to the mid-40s for Monday and Tuesday. Timing and the extent of any rain or snow still remains uncertain. Right now, there is a slight chance of some rain and snow on Tuesday. In the long-term forecast, colder than normal temperatures are likely for Nebraska and Kansas Monday through the first 3 days of December, especially late next week through December 3rd. Above normal precipitation is predicted for Nebraska and Kansas the early to middle parts of next week before a trend of near normal precipitation late next week through December 3rd. Key weather factors driving the markets include snow and a taste of winter for the U.S. and favorable weather for the time being in South America. Much of the U.S., including the central and southern plains and the mid and lower Mississippi Valley, observe dry weather the next 5 days. A slow-moving storm currently affecting the north-central U.S. drifts mostly eastward, reaching into Canada by Saturday. Some areas from the Great Lakes into the Appalachians experience a prolonged winter weather event with wind-driven snow expected to cause local travel disruptions. An atmospheric river focused on Northern California and the Pacific Northwest continues through the weekend, resulting in precipitation totals as high as 10 to 20 inches. In Northern California, the multi-day precipitation establishes high-elevation snowpack, while low-elevation rain could lead to significant river flooding. That storm should track across the southern plains to the mid-Atlantic next week. Scattered rain and snow are likely, but timing, location, and intensity of the precipitation is still uncertain. What is certain is that cold air spreads east of the Rockies behind the storm and may linger into early December. In central Brazil, wet season rains become lighter this weekend before increasing later next week, keeping conditions mostly favorable for soybean establishment and growth. Southern Brazil rainfall increases the middle of next week and should also keep conditions mostly favorable. Towards Argentina, recent dry weather is not a concern right now with widespread rain returning early next week. If the rains miss drier areas of Argentina, conditions could turn poor. Argentina crop weather remains mostly favorable, but late season heat and dryness is still a concern from a building La Nina. With the check of your ag weather, I'm Paul Perkins.